though, because then you're pretty much like a guarantee that it's not going to get too cakey or, you know.
Exactly. That water makes it seamless. So that doe foot applicator I was just showing you too allows you really to hug these curves of the face so you can get in that inner corner really easily. I just want to point out a lot of women forget that inner corner, and that's actually where we have the most discoloration. So this allows you to kind of get that in the corner, work it out, and almost create a small little
like a C.
A little C or a little U, and just get the coverage. Now, it's so easy.
Hey, question for you though. Do you ever go all the way up to the eyebrow, like the tip of the eyebrow, or do you just basically stay under the eye?
I don't. I stay right under the eye because my eyeshadow will usually kind of cover that area, and I don't want to put tons of makeup on. With makeup, you want to keep your application light and thin, and use a couple of thin layers instead of, fewer, thicker layers.
Okay. And also, we have some great highlighters coming up later that might do that job anyway.
Exactly. That's when we bring the light, Miss Elise. You know that better than anyone else.
Girl, I love the light.
But you can see this. I mean, there's no line of demarcation. Super easy. I wasn't sitting here blending and blending, but it's a very natural look. It's a very light coverage concealer.
So now for the concealer, if we were to pick up the foundation and the concealer, for our color, do we typically pick up the same color or one a little bit lighter? What's your recommendation?
That's a great question. I think back in the day, we saw this trend where women were really wearing their concealer really light to get that highlight and contour effect where they took a darker shade and a lighter shade. I think now it's about even, beautiful, clean looking skin. So match it to your shade, because we have some great products like our under eye brightening corrector that will add the dimension behind without having to take it to a non-natural looking tone.
Okay, that sounds good.
So this is tan, what I'm wearing here today. It is a deeper skin tone, but it's very skin tone correct. So if you're looking for the perfect go-to lightweight concealer, this is absolutely amazing. You can even use it as a little bit of a foundation too. So in areas maybe where I need a little bit more coverage, you can see I'm just kind of going in.
Right, so you can do some spot treatment as well.
You can use it as a quick little touch up throughout the day. I'm actually going to show Jill and show her using this foundation.
I think, you know what, Alicia, do you mind if we take a look at your before and after real quick before we get to Jill?
Oh my gosh,
All right.
I'm a little nervous.
Here's Alicia's before.
Yes, sad little Alicia with her dark eyes. But see, I was keeping it real with you, beauty eye queens. You can see here, really right around the chin, really right around the nose, really dark under the eyes. I struggle with acne. Like, I just want to be completely honest with you. So finding a perfect foundation to cover without the cake is really important for me.
Well, I think that you've done a beautiful job. Your complexion looks absolutely perfect, and I wouldn't look at you and say, wow, that's makeup. I would say, wow, your skin looks beautiful.
Thank you, Elise.
So take me through exactly what you're doing on Jill and the colors that you're using.
So for Jill, we're using our Fair Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. Again, this has a high concentration of water. It just glides and hydrates that really delicate under eye area. I just took that doe foot and applied it. One layer is perfectly fine to give you a really natural looking finish. This is not a full coverage creme concealer. This is a lightweight, fresh, whipped concealer that's just so easy. You just tap it in and go. I mean, you can see the brightness under eye. You can see how smooth she looks, and it's skin tone correct. It's not super bright. I'm gonna go ahead and do her other eye here. Just again, getting that doe foot applicator, getting right underneath the eye. You can do dots, you can make a U. I take it a little bit lower than the lash line, not right underneath, because we're gonna blend that. And just notice, I'm just taking my finger and gently tapping. You don't want to pull this area. Really important. Ladies love this delicate under eye area. So just tap it in. You don't want to kind of smear those pigments. You want to love them and press them into the skin.
Well, doesn't that also help with just overall texture and whatnot too?
Absolutely.
To press in versus to swipe?
It also helps to kind of warm up the pigments so that they neutralize. But you can see here, I'm going to actually take this for a natural look for Jill and use it as a foundation. I'm going to go right around the nose.
Question for you. Would you also maybe be able to use this as a, if like contouring, but use it as the lighter shade or the darker shade?
It's gorgeous, absolutely. In fact, I'm gonna take my concealer shade, which is tan, and I'm gonna use it to contour Miss Jill here.
I just have to tell you what Brandon's girlfriend said in the chat. She's so funny. She said, I don't need a doe foot, I need a big foot to contour.
Oh my gosh.
So cute.
No,
I know that.
I bet you she's gorgeous. No.
We don't believe you, Brandon's girlfriend.
I don't believe it either. No, but just take the time. Skin is everything. I mean, I always say my foundation, my concealer is the equivalent of a little black dress. What you really want to do is invest in a quality piece, and everything else you can accessorize it, you can save, but your foundation, your concealer, invest in. It's the best looking thing that makes everything else look that much better. So you can see I'm taking
gorgeous. It is amazing to me if you can actually use a concealer as a foundation, because a lot of times concealers are way too, you know, thick to be putting everywhere on the face. But this is beautiful. Now, are you using? Is that medium or is that
I'm
darker
using
than
tan,
that?
because you asked me earlier if you can highlight and contour, and I just wanted to show you, Elise, that you certainly can. These concealers, because they're so water rich, you know, they're just so seamless and they blend out so easily. And I just want to explain a little bit what highlight and contour is. So highlight is pulling something forward using a lighter shade, and contouring is using a deeper tone, usually a shade or two deeper, to really recede it, to bring it behind. So we just kind of added some warmth, kind of chiseling out her cheekbones. I added a little bit to the forehead. You can certainly do the nose. I personally don't like to contour noses. I think that looks a little bit unnatural. I think women are gorgeous as they are.
Your nose is just too cute to
Isn't
contour.
she?
Like, don't change that
I want to do that to Miss Jill. But you can see, like,
yours too, Alicia. You won the nose lottery too.
Thank you. But you know, she's got those beautiful freckles, and we want that to shine through. So again, focusing on that canvas, making it beautiful. At Becca's, we are an authority in complexion. So if you're looking for the perfect foundation, our ultimate coverage complexion creme is an absolute must. You can use a little bit for a light coverage and build it all the way to a full coverage, but start with a little. When you get it home, start with a little bit, get comfortable with it, and then gently build to your desired finish.
Awesome. Okay, so now I have a question for you. I know you did the concealer all over as the foundation. Are you also putting foundation on, or is that a done look?
You know, I wanted to show you how flexible these two formulations. I really wanted to build my full coverage with our foundation only, and then use the concealer on over. And with Jill, I wanted to be able to show our Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer, that you can use it as a concealer and you can also use it as a foundation.
It's fantastic.
The difference being the level of coverage.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, actually, maybe we can see you two together so we can see the level of coverage.
Little Jill eats a sandwich.
But see, look, Alicia has a little bit more full coverage.
That's right, full coverage.
And with Jill, she has a little bit more of, I would say, like a fresh face, kind of dewy, like,
Dewy,
hey, I just got out of yoga.
Yes.
You know,
She
that
just
kind of
juiced.
Yeah, she just juiced. She had a wheatgrass shot.
So hydrated, guys.
I'm so hydrated.
But you know, that water makes it so universal, that 32% of water, which is why she looks so fresh. And same thing with our foundation. Remember, this is 21% pigment and 22% water. That's twice the amount of pigment and water. But you get all the coverage without the cake. So really asking yourself, what kind of coverage do I want? Do I want full? Do I want light? And between the two, you can find your way.
All right, well, I just want to remind you here, if you want to pick this up the way you do some shopping here at Beauty IQ, so here is your concealer. And remember, if you wanted to contour and get maybe a color that's lighter or a color that's darker, you sure can do that. I wear a medium in the foundation. I also wear a medium in the concealer, just to give you an idea if maybe you relate to my skin tone. If you want to pick this up today, you can pay for it over the next 5 months, which is super sweet. And we're going to show you a couple other models here that we have with some different skin tones. We've got Rocio. Rocio, what color shade are you using here?
For this one,
Yeah.
I'm using the
Okay, so is that the foundation?
Yes.
Okay, so that's for the foundation. And then
That's Noisette. It's perfect for those really medium golden
there we go. There's our
hues.
foundation.
It's full coverage, and that's what she's wearing.